Hello everybody, welcome back to an episode of Trails Beyond the Horizon. In the last part, we headed off into the sixth domain to tackle the next section of the garden. We got 3 new squad members in our squad here now. We got Celis, we got Leon, and we have Shizuna, who appeared out of nowhere. With that, we conquered that domain, so the next thing we gotta do is go back to Tharbad, and we got some forest jeeps we gotta bang out. So with that out of the way, let's get these forest G's taken care of first. Let's go to the CNC. We gotta track down some treasure here in the Sandsea. Alright. The twins who support one another. Should be them, right? Oh, I get it. 2 similar-looking rocks leaning against each other. They're twins who support one another. So that means there's something hidden at the base of these rocks, right? Let's get digging, yes? Yeah. Digging at the base of the rock formation, the group managed to uncover a small bottle containing a scrap of paper. It looks like another clue. I assume if we continue following his little brain teeth, we'll eventually come upon the location of the treasure, yes. Quite the well-designed experience. Well, what's it say? I'm getting to it, kid. Let's see. It says the third clue is hidden in a place and rest only accessible on the longest days. The longest days is probably referring to summertime, but what place of rest is only open during the summer? Maybe we should think about what the summertime usually means for Tharbad. I mean, it's a season where it gets even hotter than usual, of course, but apart from that, it's the rainy season, isn't it? Come to think of it, yeah, there was a big storm yesterday. So I guess maybe it is the rainy season. That may be so, but I doubt like yesterday's was far from an unusual occurrence. But at any rate, this place of rest will only appears with the sands during the rainy season. We're starting to get the picture. Think so, yeah. It's what? If it weren't for the markers on the map, I wouldn't fucking know this. A watering hole or an oasis. Either the two would qualify as a place of rest in the desert after all. Don't think there's anything unusual. Usually a watering hole here. At least not that I've heard of. So this thing is shown during the rainy season for the past 100 years, huh? Awful lively little thing. Any more specific hints on where to go look for the clue, do we? Because digging around the entire watering hole would be a huge pain in the butt. Might be cheating, but I think I'm gonna run some check for this one. Oh! Looks like there's only a place a man-made object could be buried is over there. Alright, let's get to digging. You're really getting into this, huh, ass? Kinda feels like I'm starting to rub off on you. It's so adorable. This watering hole was here before when I came through here, so it's kind of weird that there is water in the middle of a desert. You'd think it would dry up. Then digging a section of sand in the oasis, this group uncovered a box. Kind of okay. Let's see. Looks like the final clue. My treasure lies in the center of a ring woven by guiding sunlight. Guiding sunlight? What the heck's that supposed to mean? In the past, people used the position of the sun and stars to determine the direction and tell time. Perhaps that's what it could be referring to. Then maybe it wants us to find something that can be used to measure the time of day, like a sundial. Oh, like those things we saw earlier. You know, those big rock pillars that stick out straight up in the sand. They're pretty common in the Sandsea. Yeah, they're all over the place. Or they were shaped like that by the wind. Definitely be surprised to hear about merchant caravans using a sundial as landmarks or something. And perhaps the next task should be seek out a group of these pillars that stand in a circle. Alright gang, we're heading to the finish line. The treasure is so close I can practically taste it. Let me press my sweets, we're on our way. Alright. Where did this fucking truck come from? This truck was not here before. Whatever, I'm taking it. The magic truck. A ring rolled by guiding sunlight. We found it, folks. Oh, hold on, I bet the treasure's right smack down the middle, too. Alright, I'm gonna check it out first. Huh, didn't actually think we'd find anything. Seems you're right to take this gamble. I wonder what's inside. Come on, let's open that, Nadia. Sure, of course. At least that's what I like to say, but... We know you're there, you creeps. So why don't you come out already? All that sneaking around you were doing wasn't as subtle as you thought it was. Just FYI. Jig's up. Might as well not show your faces, yeah? Guess you don't got much choice. Aren't these guys... Bugbear. The group consisting of the so-called Jaeger dropouts. I suppose I had heard they ended up in the Republic recently. So what exactly you buggy boos or whatever you want with us? That's Bugbear to you, kid! Sheesh, first the fixers, now you guys. I know you're getting it wrong on purpose. Anyway, if you don't want to get hurt, you give us with that there treasure you hear. No hard feelings, we just need the money. Awfully bold of them. Got a feeling they don't know who they're dealing with. Bugbear. Heard you guys have fallen into a whole lot of debt recently. So, you came all the way to Tharbad to try to turn your luck around, is that it? Gotta say, I admire you for going to all the effort. But that doesn't give you the right to steal our treasure. I mean, have you no dignity? Sell us all you want, but whoever gets that treasure in the end is the winner. No matter the means. If you don't agree with our demands, we won't show you any mercy. I don't care what you say, we found this treasure, which means it's ours. We're not handing it over. And if you don't try to take it by force, you better believe we're gonna fight fire with fire. Besides, this treasure is ours. Thief who stood up for us when nobody else would. There's no way we hand it over to the likes of you. So, quote Arc Ride. Afraid we can't agree to that request here. It's just ain't up to our standards. Now let's get these small fry the punishment they deserve. Alright. Oh, got him on fell swoop. Team 901, Bugbear 0. So you say whoever gets the treasure in the end is the winner, right? Your loss simply proves once and for all you just don't have what it takes to obtain such riches. Can't believe we lost. But it's not too late. We prepared something special for the occasion. Good thinking, calling for backup. Now we really got an advantage. Trying to pay you back for making fools of us. They got a lot of guts, I'll give them that. And they're more stubborn than I thought they'd be. Wish they just used for good or something. That's an awful lot of buggeroos. I mean, we can definitely beat them, it's just... we really have to. Not to worry, it seems our reinforcements have arrived as well. Huh? Because when did we have reinforcements? What's the meaning of this? A sniper? Didn't actually think they'd have backup out here. We don't even have an advantage in numbers. Retreat! This just ain't worth it anymore. Well, I said discerning enough to know when to start making a strategic withdrawal at least. They're running away so fast too. We don't gotta chase them, do we? I'm tired. Not exactly the first person I thought we would come to our aid. I think it's about time you told us your secret. Don't you, Foddy? Ugh. Man himself. I see. Wouldn't have ever guessed you were Aaron's great-grandson. The knowledge of the treasure's existence has been passed down to my family for generations. As a matter of fact, after I found the map, I even had a rough idea where it was located. However, I never had any great desire for wealth, so I simply chose to let it be. But that's when those bugbear people showed up. Indeed, as soon as they caught the scent of the treasure, those scoundrels were on the hunt. And I felt strong about entrusting it to people who were actually worthy of Aaron's legacy and nobody else. Ultimately, that's why I threw it together the idea of putting those so-called fixers I'd heard about to the test. And we just happened to be taking force BGs in their place. Which means we weren't the ones you intended to trust the treasure to. Sorry. Oh no, it's nothing I'd owe to worry over. After all, you've more than proved yourselves worthy of the treasure already. And knowing what I do with the fixers, you all seem to be acting with the exact same integrity. Woohoo! Sounds like we got the seal of approval then. That means we can crack this thing open, right? Can't wait to see what's inside. The treasure of a silver sleeve will straddle the boundary between west and central east. I imagine it'll be quite intriguing. What should be like a book or something. Huh? This is... I knew it! It's a fucking book! Treasure, I think. But is this really all there is? A book, an old map, and a piece of jewelry. I mean, the jewelry does look expensive, so I guess I can't complain, but... How come in the chest wasn't packed with riches beyond our wildest imaginations? It may not look like what we were expecting, but the map's a treasure too, Nadia. Look, the topography the Sansi has drawn in such an exquisite detail that's comparable to a map we created with the latest surveying technology. It's an amazing creation for its time, don't you think? Indeed. It's like one of the maps that Arns created while exploring the outskirts of Tharbad. You see, Arns was famous for not only fighting against tyranny, but also studying the region's geography to ensure caravanners' safety. At the time, a map consisting of the culmination of all his work would likely have fetched a price equal to that of even gold bullions. Seems to be a few locations not present on modern maps. I bet it must have some value as a historical document too. Historical document, you say? This is mere an estimate, but in the realm of academia, I imagine it would fetch anywhere 50,000 to 100,000 mira, 150,000 mira. Oh, that's a lot of moolah. And what about the book? Seems a bit different from the map, to be honest. You know, I think this might actually be Arn's personal journal. Oh, it's gotta be having historical value too, right? If you're not keeping anything else, you should at least keep this. Oh, you sure? You'll make a fortune off of it. Maybe, but even if that were true, there must have been a reason Arn's buried his personal journal alongside the treasure. And whatever that reason is, as a descendant, I think you have the right to know it more than anyone. That said, you should keep the map too. This isn't about simple monetary value. It's about Arn's legacy and the culmination of all of his hard work. Indeed, and the person who strove to follow Arn's final wish will be the one to decide what to do with it. Frankly, us deciding without his consent whether it's all be liquidated or donated doesn't seem quite right with me. I guess. It sucks, but it's the right thing to do. I couldn't agree more. Here, we'll return the map. Members of my ancestors left behind. Never imagined I'd get to know them someday. How can I ever thank you all? Don't worry about it. You made this request because you wanted to entrust the treasure to someone else worthy, right? And we're just trying to help you fulfill that request, even though we're just Arkwright Solutions stand-ins. I think maybe we could take that piece of jewelry, though. It doesn't seem like it had any special connection to Arns, after all. Actually, it was probably an informal gift given by Arns by the Grand Prince of Elzane. That's what it says on this piece of paper. It also mentioned it was bestowed by the royal family to the liberator of Tharbad. The star and moon emblem. Not only has the ornament have been embedded with high purity Ismelas, but it also seems to have ancient origins as well. If that's true, then wouldn't it have been important to Arns? Arns acknowledged that for all his attempts at chivalry, he was still just a thief and a turncoat. He never felt he deserved a reward from the royal family. He didn't do the things he did for wealth. He did them for the people of Tharbad. Thus, he vowed to never wear objects of value himself, but rather they be entrusted to someone more worthy if such a person appeared. At least Arns wrote as much on this piece of paper. And that's all the more reason it should be kept in the family. Shouldn't you keep it? No. In fact, I think this treasure is one that should be entrusted to all of you. In doing so, I'm respecting Arn's wishes. As a descendant of a thief, I have simply no right to keep it. You, those who protect the treasure from the scoundrels of the underworld, are more than worthy of claiming as your own. I see. We'll simply have to respect your decision then. I graciously accept this gift, Betty. Though, honestly, I don't know if I deserve to have it either. I think you do. After all, you're the one who suggested we respect Arn's wishes in the first place. If you don't want it, I can always take it. Show some self-restraint, please. Once more, I'm truly gonna entrust this task to you. I hope we'll have a chance to meet again someday. Sure, and you take care of yourself. May idols protect you. Fate certainly is a mysterious creature. Never quite know what it will bring you next. Who would have thought we'd be able to fulfill essential of the thief's wishes? You know, honestly, it was kind of a letdown that the treasure was just those 3 things, though. But at least this emblem thing is cute. Well, the treasure's in its rightful place now, so I guess that's that, huh? Now, with that case done and dusted, why don't we try switching gears again? Sweet! Star and Moon Emblem. Couldn't you already buy one of those previously? Where's that? There it is. Ooh, yeah, evasion plus 10. Alright. Alright, Mr. Swin. Okay, Fairy, Ren. Zen certainly doesn't need evade. Let's see here. Don't really have a whole lot of stuff. Alright. There's still something in here. Where? Question needs that real quick. Underground waterways. Oh. That was down there. Oh, okay. Alright. I didn't mean to do that. God, they hit kind of hard, actually. Alright. Get one of those guys out of here. That's just fucking rude. This fucking asshole. Oh boy. Oh god. God, these things hit kinda hard. I mean, these fucking assholes stop canceling me out. It'd be great. This fucking asshole keeps fucking canceling me out. It's real fucking annoying. I missed all four of us. Alright. Get this thing out of here. Wow, that was kind of annoying. Titanium charm. Alright. Let's go recover our CPs. Alright. Let's clear out the objectives in this section of the map, since we're already here. So they were rescued from the sandstorm then. That's right. Save the people to talk to you about. about too. Well, speak of the devil. Sorry to interrupt. Ismail here was telling me about how you helped that merchant caravan in the desert. But I won't bother with the details right now. After all, it looks like you have business with us today. Your haste is appreciated. You're asking if Professor Hamilton was in Tharbad last October? No, not that I'm aware of. After all, she was in the East realm then, was she not? And after leaving her from there, it heard she went straight back home to Basil. When someone as important as the professor comes to Tharbad, it's usually all people can talk about. So if even the guild didn't know, that means she probably came in secret. So that's so. No, I actually heard there was a bit of trouble with the city's water source around the same time. We were told that the professor came all the way out here to fix it, but if you're saying otherwise, maybe we're on the wrong track. Perhaps you should look at whether or not there were any other stranger happenings or incidents in October. That was long after the film festival ended, right? Does anything come to mind? Actually, I think that was about the same time the Institute of Science notified us of an analysis that they conduct on the plant we found. Plant? Do you mean agave? The type used to make the drugs distributed during the film festival, right? Yes, the Guild's Tharbad branch and the Institute of Science were collaborating on a joint investigation on the matter. For a while, we were sending there status updates on those who had taken the drug during the festival, as well as any residual evidence we collected. Even joined their field research on a trip to the cave where agave was growing in mass. However, the data we collected there ended up being insufficient, given that there weren't any agave clusters outside the cave to compare them to. Yes, which is ultimately the collaboration continued until October. But unfortunately, before we could make any further progress in the investigation, the Institute informed us that they would be bringing it to a close. Because they'd already finished their analysis of the evidence. Well, they did manage to learn a lot about the drug itself. They even shared a list of its components with us. But we're at a loss at some of the other important details, like what the agave's preferred habitat is, or whether there are any related species. We suggested to the Institute that we get these questions answered before any others at the start of the investigation, but they told us that analyzing drugs' core and components took priority, considering the danger it posed. Said they'd continue with the ecological investigation after the component analysis was finished. It's strange that it's such a sudden change of heart. Someone with authority at the Institute must have ordered them to bring the investigation to a halt. Someone like... That's concerning. Well, at any rate, I think now we got a better idea of what was going on back then. Thanks for answering all those questions for us. Oh boy. Oh, this is... it would make sense considering the direction they gave us. Sorry, what are we talking about? This is where Hina and Sarah live. Something they mentioned while we were in the hammam. Yep, they said we could drop by whenever we wanted. Let's see. Well, since we're already here, why don't we go and say hello? That sounds like a fine idea. Though I'm not sure what they're back from the hammam yet. Such a warm welcome. Thanks, Hina. I hope we're not a bother. Try and behave yourself, you two.
どうかお気になさらず、狭い家で申し訳ないですけど、暑いですし、冷たい飲み物でもお出ししますから。
So tasty. You said it. Bet it's made with all sorts of fancy fruits and spices, huh? Whatever it is, it definitely helps beat the heat. Man, this stuff's fantastic. It's a homemade recipe. Yep, it's one of the Central East classic summer staples. It's called Sherbet. My sister's the one who whipped all these up, but I think I can make them too. I actually used a recipe my mother taught me. It relies her when dancing in the hot summer heat. I see. Families always got each other's backs one way or another, huh? If I recall correctly, your parents have passed away, no? It was when I was still just a little kid. I don't really remember much about them, honestly, but Shara's a different story. I'm just thankful I managed to hold on tight to what they passed down to me, even in spite of all we've gone through. I couldn't have done that without Vaughn and the rest of Awkward Solutions. Oh, she's got it bad, huh? Yep. Though you gotta admit, being in love's a good look on her. Just makes her a little more adorable. Sheena! Arkwright just has all the luck in the world, doesn't he? Don't know if I'd call it luck, really. His personality just kind of reels you in when he starts helping you with things, and... How are you gonna finish that, Kevin? I'm still working on it. I'd heard you two have been struggling with business recently, but your house is unexpectedly tidy. You should perhaps hire a cleaning service of some sort. No way, our neighbors just insist on house sitting for us while we're gone. They've really done a lot for us over the years. We always gotta bring back a bunch of souvenirs to repay them. It's always fun picking out something for them. Living here in Chile is wonderful. It's home in all the ways you can imagine. Guess that means that homecoming show of yours is gonna be a real sensation then. You bet! We're gonna give it our best we got. Wish Fairy and Savon could come see it too, though. That would be nice, having Judith and everyone else there. Perhaps even the professor as well. Huh? By the professor, do you mean... Alrighty then. We shouldn't overstay our welcome now, should we? Come on, time to pack it up, kiddos. After all, we gotta let these two get to practicing for the big show. You'll be rehearsing later, right? Oh, yep. Right by the Oasis. It won't be a proper performance, of course, but if you're interested, you're more than welcome to watch. Plus, when the friends of Vaughn's are in attendance will give us the push we need to perfect our routines. Got it. We'll definitely be there then. Take care of yourselves, you two. The temperature is expected to rise in the afternoon. Hey, Rapscallion. Why don't you pull us out of there? I think we stumbled into some information on this target. That's right, but we can't just go dive into that info without a plan now, can we? On a separate note, you two have been through Arkwright Solutions case files, right? Ever find anything that could connect the sisters to our person of interest? No, we didn't. All we know is that Vaughn and the others helped them deal with the incident that was here in Tharbad. While she went to the east after the incident in Basel. Additionally, however, during the anomaly which occurred in Edith last December, Saran and Shahinas were said to have been in the capital, meaning they very well may have had the chance to establish a bomb with their target. Though I suppose that they could have met in the events that you and Swin were involved in as well. Putting aside how you just happen to know all that, I'm not really seeing any else connections, Onionator. There must be a missing piece of the puzzle, then. A piece that even Vaughn and the others are unaware of. And I believe the answer may lie with Dingo. Sounds about right. Though I'm gonna argue that our main concern at the moment should be the presence of the princess. But no jumping the gun just yet. Let's just go watch the girls' performance, and after we can start looking into things. Awfully cunning of you. Roger Dodger. But you know, Kevin, I'm starting to get the feeling this villain bit of yours really isn't an act after all. You got me. Kevin, cunning? I'd say that describes you far more than it does him, Rufus. Yes, well, though my cunning is born from my inherently wicked nature, I'm not quite so sure Kevin's as heartless as he portrays himself to be. Alright. What do we got going on here? Oh, it's you folks. Pretty sure we did from us earlier. You're from the caravan we met this morning, right? You feeling any better? Thanks to those drinks you gave us, we are. We were in some pretty bad shape out there. Feels like you gave us a second lease on life. I'm sure you'd have done the same if we were in our shoes. Your cows on set looked like they were doing better, too. There's no need for thanks. After all, I think our encounter proved beneficial to both parties. Yeah, never would have learned about the irrigation project without you guys. Well, after we heard you were putting together a Sunday school lesson on it, it kind of felt like we had a duty to tell you. Should give me something to brag about to my son, at least. He'll be starting his first few classes back at home soon. I know it's already said and done, but is it really alright for a priest to lie like this? Not like he's the most respectable man of the cloth. Well, I can't say the gods is a fan, but she'll let it slide. Anyway, not every day you see experienced merchants getting hit by a sandstorm. Didn't even think they'd be an issue today, what with yesterday's downpour and all. Yeah, I think the sand sea dried up faster than we expected. Desert's a big place after all. Then there was the fact that the sandstorm came from a direction not typically on our radar. That's so. What do you mean? See, given the conditions are right, some areas of the sand sea are the perfect breeding grounds for sandstorms. So when we're planning our routes, we try our best to avoid those areas. The only issue is, the sandstorms have been growing more robust by the day, and all that heavy rain yesterday really threw off our measurements, which obviously enough led up to us misjudging where the sandstorm would hit. Sounds like you all were lucky to make it out alive. Well, I'll be praying for your next trip's a safe one, alright? Though I can't say a run-of-the-mill priest's prayer will be worth it very much. We'll appreciate it anyway. We'll try to be more careful in the future. Lost a lot of good goods out there today. Sandstorms can be rough, man. They can be rough. Alright. The board's way over there. Got a lot of new shops to hit. Maxim's here. They're promoting Monster Energy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's Monster Energy.
パーフェクトドライバーゼロとマキシマムエナジーのコラボイベントが開催中です。ここサルバッドには映画にも出演する Z1 の2大スターマクシム選手とアスラン選手が来てくれました。
こんにちは、僕の天使たち。この日を楽しみにしていたよ。
僕も呼んでもらえて光栄です。今日は一日よろしくお願いします。
Maxim, you're amazing, Aslan. Now then, to start us off, we'll be handing out samples of Maxim Energy. Also available here are handshakes, convos, photos, and hugs from your favorite recent champions. And remember, with them, there are no limits. May all your fans enjoy yourselves today to the maximum. But no limits? Who said there'd be no limits? Oh, don't worry, your manager's already given us the okay. That's not the problem here. I'm a little surprised myself, but come on, Maxim. Let's do it for the fans. You're just going along with this. Oh my gosh, Maxim, stay on my sleeve, please. Alright. Guess that's not so bad. It's just a perfect driver zero. Maximum Energy is counting on you, my angel. I'll make sure to chew out your next race, Aslan. Thanks, that really means a lot. I prove once and for all that I can and will win the Grand Prix. Make sure to come by the circle when you have the time, alright? Yes, it's Maxim and Aslan, I swear. They even said we could hug them. Nuh-uh, I'm like their biggest fan. Just tell... Hey, can you hear me? Man, this thing's been acting up lately. And it's got the newest model, too. Huh. Oh boy. Settle down, there's still plenty of me to go around, and samples too, of course. Hey, don't you think all this flirting you're doing is a little unfair to Paulette? I thought you were trying to get back together with her. What? You're those kids from Vaughn's. Oh, you guys friends? Friends is a strong word. Oh, I know you. You're the Dorkwad with Hot Rod. Hello, Maxim. Dorkwad. Sorry, remember who you are again? Oh, that's right. Guess I only saw you when I was in my fairy form, huh? Oh, don't worry about it. It's kind of a long story. You can't just drop down on me and not explain. Shake your hand, Maxim. Anyway, sorry to cut this short, but I'm a little busy at the moment. I can give you a quick autograph if you want. I'll even throw in a free smooch mark as a courtesy to the friends of Arkwright Solutions. I think we're actually good. We're good, actually. You sure? Could probably make a fortune off if we wanted to. No, Nadia. Come on, come now, children. It's time to do the man bee. The champion of the Z1 Grand Prix and its runner-up. I thought I'd heard their names before. Damn, being a celebrity looks like a living hell. Surprised to hear you guys know each other, to be honest. One of Vaughn's acquaintances introduced us back in spring. I had so much fun bullying the guy. He's so easy to rile up. Oh, and there's this whole deal with the mom and daughter duo from Montmartre, too. Montmartre's the beach right below Arkwright's, right? That must make it for an interesting living situation. Man, I'd love to check out Ath myself someday. Yeah, I want to see the Z1 in person. You should come along too, Rufus. Perhaps. I suppose a trip to the camp would give us a chance to set our debt with Arkwright.
Hi, Kevin-san. 今日も調査して回ってるみたいね。
Jack and Hale, did you?
昨日頼まれてた調べ物が終わってな。ベガスフィルム方面まで来てくれるが、駅のテラスで話させてもらうぜ。
Nice. We'll head over in a few. Must be about the stuff you asked for yesterday. Shall we then? Nah, there's no rush. Wait, I see we got plenty of time to spare. Sweet! We got connection events here for. Okay. What's going on in here? The movie. Any stuff in here? Doesn't look like it. Seems to look the same old shit. Alright. Golden gown. Really not much of a stat boost on those. Alright. Daily Tharbad. Alright, let's go see what the movie was playing. Golden Blood. Gloria, Dawn of Revolution. Oh, here's a new one I haven't seen yet. Wolves Requiem. Okay. Ron, a young officer of the law, is hot on the heels of a gang he once had ties to. While pursuing the case, he meets a girl named Michelle. She is free from the clutches of the gang, but they saddle her with an insurmountable debt, with little hope of paying it off. Ron takes it upon himself to look after the girl, who develops feelings for the young officer. Before she can act on it, however, the gang finds her and snatches her away once again. Fueled by the fires of rage, Ron rushes into their hideout and engages the gangsters in a gunfight. He emerges victorious by the skin of his teeth. He rescues Michelle from her captivity, the two embrace each other at last, overjoyed to have made it out alive. And it was at that moment when one of the fallen gangsters lifted his quivering hand and pulled the trigger. Shit.
Michelle! しっかりしろ! Ah, かすり傷一つないさ。よ
かった。前に約束したでしょ。ロンさんがみんなを守る人なら、私がロンさんを守るって。
覚えてる。覚えてるとも。だからそれ以上喋るな。おい、こっちだ。ここに重傷者がいる。
ロンさんの腕の中、暖かいな。これなら私、何も怖くないよ。
So that was Leslie Lam's Leon d'Or winning film. A remarkably profound yet nuanced human drama, replete with tense action sequences. This film is the epitome of perfection every sense. Most agree there. They just kept firing on all cylinders with those emotional beats. I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. At the same time, they had the romance aspect to round out all the action. Yeah, Michelle was great, but she was played by the Nina Fendley. All the actors were pretty good, but she was far and away the best of the bunch. She totally earned the Best Actress Leon d'Or win. Definitely. Her performance added so much realism and depth to the movie. I guess so. Huh? Everything okay, Kevin? Yeah, just think about what's underneath Nina's performance. Her doing that method acting style shows she completely understands what's required for the role. That's probably why she's so good at bringing the goods on the screen. She steps right into the world without a hint of hesitation. You're right. Now that you mention it, I didn't feel like she was wavering at all while being Michelle. She's so natural, in fact, that it's like she really has lived the life of the person she's playing. Interesting. Maybe that's why her performance feels so realistic. I did notice you were looking pretty intently at her during the movie. I take it you're a Nina fan? Not in particular. I'm just curious about her acting style is all. The perspective at which you view and analyze things never fails to fascinate me. In any event, what's true of all of us is that we were impressed by her performance and were, by consequence, further immersed in the story. I got a brochure! Movie time! Movie time! Alright. It's movies for everybody. Can I watch one more? Yeah, I can. Alright, I've already seen all these before, so... Alright, I'm gonna skip this and make sure I skip the next scene so I can actually see the thoughts. Admittedly, I've been rather curious about this movie for some time. I'm glad I had the opportunity to watch it. Really? It's kind of surprising. Seeing as I once was a noble, it hardly should be. I was intrigued by the notion of witnessing the displacement of nobilities in other countries from an objective standpoint. To that end, I have many thoughts on the matter, but voicing them here would be inappropriate. That's what you wanted to see it? Why you wanted to see it? Seriously? In any case, it's interesting that the subject matter can be interpreted differently depending on where you grew up and your social standing. Speaking personally, I thought it was just a helpful tool to learn about this country's background. Though, to be honest, I had some qualms with Auguste. Seriously, he was such a huge wet blanket in every scene he was in. So, what did you think of the movie, LP? If I were to put the movie into words, I feel like it helped me realize again that human history is a culmination of willpower. I used to think of history as a series of chronological data points, but this film makes it feel so alive. The characters felt like real, breathing people, and I could sense the real part of their performances. Gotcha. So it feels authentic even to a product of a singularity. Well, in my view of history, it's changed a bit as I got older, so I get how you feel. Yeah. If it is a dramatization, I think there's merit in seeing real historical evidence presented in such a lifelike way. And Nina's acting made it feel more realistic. That was an impressive feature, that much is for certain. Alright. So much LPs! So much! Alright. I've seen my 2 flicks. We gotta go around here. Counterfeiting. Alright. Chocolat. Alright. That is all good and gone and good. So we got one more Force PG we gotta do before we can continue with the story. And we got connection events. So, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we'll do that last Force PG, we'll bang out the connection events, and we'll continue. So, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you then. Later.